You ever wonder how some people seem to stay calm, no matter what life throws at them? Well, the secret might just lie in an ancient philosophy known as Stoicism. Born in the bustling markets of 3rd century BC Greece, Stoicism is more than just a collection of lofty ideas. It's a practical philosophy, a guidebook for life, if you will. The Stoics believe that while we can't always control the events that happen to us, we can control our reactions to them. They promoted virtue, wisdom, and inner peace as the highest good. They taught that we shouldn't be disturbed by things outside of our control, but rather focus on our own actions and attitudes. Stoicism is about finding tranquility amidst chaos, maintaining composure in the face of adversity, and leading a life of dignity and purpose, no matter our circumstances. Now, wouldn't you like to learn how to cultivate such an unshakable peace within yourself? Stay with us. The first 2 principles of Stoicism encourage us to understand and accept the nature of life. This wisdom, traced back to ancient Greece and Rome, offers us a means to navigate life's turbulent seas with a steady hand and a calm heart. Firstly, Stoicism teaches us to recognize that some things are within our control, while others are not. Our thoughts, our responses, our actions, these are things we command. The weather, the passage of time, the actions of others, these are beyond our reach. This might seem straightforward, yet it's a principle often forgotten in the hustle and bustle of life. It's easy to feel overwhelmed or frustrated when things don't go our way, but Stoicism urges us to pause, to recognize the boundaries of our control, and to focus our energy where it can make a real difference. Imagine the tranquility that comes with letting go of the uncontrollable, like trying to hold back the ocean's tide. Instead, we can focus on shaping our thoughts and actions, the very rudder and sail of our own personal journey. The second principle of Stoicism is accepting the nature of life in the world. Life, in all its beauty and brutality, is a series of natural occurrences. The sun rises, the seasons change, people are born and they pass away. Stoicism doesn't ask us to be passive or indifferent. Rather, it teaches us to accept these truths, to understand them, and to live in harmony with them. The world spins on, indifferent to our individual desires or fears. Accepting this doesn't mean we don't strive for change or improvement. Instead, it gives us a firm footing, a starting point from which to act. It's about recognizing the world as it is, not as we wish it to be. In essence, these first 2 principles of Stoicism present us with a compass and a map, guiding us to focus on our own actions and attitudes, rather than being swept away by that which we cannot control. So the first step towards Stoicism is understanding and accepting the world as it is, not as we wish it to be. The next 2 principles of Stoicism guide us on how to lead our lives. Let's delve into the third principle, living in accordance with nature. Now, this doesn't mean we should all go and live in the woods, although if that's your thing, by all means. No, in the context of Stoicism, living according to nature means living a life guided by reason and virtue. Stoics believe that human nature is rational and that we should live our lives in a way that reflects this rationality. Living in accordance with nature also means recognizing our place in the universe. We are not the center of it, but merely a tiny speck within an infinite cosmos. This understanding can lead us to live a life of humility, appreciating the vastness of existence and our small yet significant part in it. This principle encourages us to exercise virtues such as wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance, which are considered the highest expressions of human nature. Moving on to the fourth principle of Stoicism, treating others fairly and justly. Stoics regard every person as a rational and social being, deserving of respect and fair treatment. This principle is about recognizing the inherent dignity of others, regardless of their status or circumstances. Treating others fairly means not exploiting or taking advantage of them. It means practicing empathy, understanding their perspectives, and treating them as you would want to be treated. It's about justice, fairness, and respect for the rights and dignity of others. Justly treating others also extends to how we react to their actions. Stoics believe that we should respond to harm, not with anger or revenge, but with understanding and forgiveness. This principle guides us towards a path of compassion and kindness, encouraging us to act in a way that promotes harmony and unity. So, Stoicism not only guides us on how to manage our reactions, but also on how to lead a virtuous and respectful life. So what have we learned about Stoicism today? Stoicism, this ancient Greek philosophy, is not just a set of esoteric principles. It's a practical guide that can be applied in our everyday lives. It's about understanding the world around us, our place in it, and how we can navigate through life with grace, dignity, and serenity. We've delved into the 4 core principles of Stoicism. The first principle is understanding the dichotomy of control. It tells us that some things are within our control, like our thoughts, actions, and beliefs, while others, like the weather or other people's actions, are not. By focusing on what we can control and accepting what we can't, we can lead a more peaceful and fulfilling life. The second principle is living according to nature. This doesn't mean going back to live in the woods. Rather, it's about recognizing our nature as rational and social beings. It's about using reason to guide our actions and acknowledging our interconnectedness with others. The third principle is the view from above. This encourages us to take a step back from our immediate circumstances and view our lives from a broader perspective. This shift in viewpoint can help us see our problems as they truly are, small and insignificant in the grand scheme of things. The last principle is amor fati, or love of fate. This principle teaches us to embrace whatever life throws at us, not with resignation, but with cheerfulness. Instead of complaining about our circumstances, we should accept them and make the best of them. Stoicism, therefore, is not about suppressing our emotions, but about understanding them, accepting them, and not letting them control us. It's about finding peace and tranquility within ourselves, regardless of our external circumstances. Remember, the journey to Stoicism is not about reaching a destination, but about continuous learning and self-improvement. Embrace the journey and you will find inner peace and tranquility.